My name is Katerina Papazissi, and I am a 2026 artist resident at the Sam and Adele Golden Foundation for the Arts. I mainly work with oil on canvas, watercolor, monotype. Basically all my work is how to bring the figurative together with the abstract. So I'm experimenting with how to make the body be a gesture or the gesture become a body. I started working with videos from gymnastic competitions, and I started drawing the movement first because I'm working on this idea of competition and movement and change, is how to combine the acrylics with the oil paints, which is something that you're not supposed to do. Especially in the monotypes, I think it's very interesting because the two mediums fight each other. So when you put them together, very interesting events begin to form. The water that is pushing the oil away, and I combined this with the movement of the gymnasts. I saw them as competing with each other. The process is very experimental, and there are so many variables that you have to take into account. So you don't really know what will come out. But this is the adventure for me, to discover what will happen. The most valuable part of all this was the testing of the different surfaces. Because although it took a long time for me to prepare all these surfaces and then to test them, it actually brought me to a point where I realized things that I wouldn't have realized otherwise. And I think that everything that came out in this residency was because of testing surfaces. The way I approached the surface has changed. I was interested in the question of time, for example, even from before, but I was approaching it through, for example, sanding the canvas. But here I found this way of having two different times together in the same surface. So I think that this was a very important revelation, because there is one temporality of the drawing I do in watercolor and the drawing media on the cold press ground, and then I put the layer of the medium and I paint on top of that with oil, and if I wipe it off, then the drawing is revealed. So the two come together and there are very different layers that help you go back in time in the painting. Another thing I wanted to do here was to make the materials embody certain concepts. So the fight of the materials talks about competition. The fight of the colors also. I felt the need to explain it in language. I felt the need to invent a concept around it. But perhaps the way to explain it is through the materials. Anyway, this is it.